Oof. I think there's like a couple more good hunting spots. How many more things I can carry? I can carry like another wad of females, or like 2 or 3 more wads of males. Wad's probably not the proper terminology here. I think you'd call them like a pod? Like in XCOM, whenever you like come across a group of like 3 or 4 people, they're called like a pod. For some reason, like, it never felt right calling enemies mobs. Like, when, like, that terminology was, like, introduced in video games, like, it made sense in, like, MMO context. Be like playing EverQuest, and there'd be, like, a literal mob of enemies, you know, chasing you through the zone with pitchforks and torches. And then people started referring to like every enemy as a mob, and they'd use it to describe like a single thing. But like, unless it's a group of like 100 things, it still feels weird to me. You got the first 100 T1 cloth done? Nice. Look at us making that progress. Just want to get their research done wins. Well, I guess that's not fair. I got Foltzy helping me with the leather. Although I think mutation might have wood basically done, so maybe I've already lost. Oop, there's another one. I know this place. Definitely be able to find like 3 females around here. If I can find 4, there's one for the backpack too. The disadvantages to like Sodomura as a settlement in general. Like we do have like the tier 3 hunting fairly nearby, but like all the way from the coast to the city, it's dead. There's no hunting there at all. Hey, stop it, don't go all the way up there. Like, you can't get to the hunting without, like, wandering off the road or into the woods or across a river. Which might be something to look out for if we ever build an empire again. That's the thing. If I stop playing this game, like, I'm still not opposed to, like, picking it up again. Like, when it comes out of early access. Then we can take all the things we learned, start a new empire. I don't want to make any promises, though. I might still be burnt out on the game at that point. Although I do have some friends who are deliberately waiting for the early access. From what you understand, they're going to wipe at least once? Yeah. And so our choice then is, do we start over from scratch? Or do we just move on to the next game we want to play? Wait, I can just place cargo? Oh no. Drops it on the floor. That's no good. Stop digging sand. How dare you? Get out of here. You quite enjoy the game, but it does feel rather repetitive. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like it's not the game, it's me. Like, the game is great. Highly recommend. I'm just not like the type of person who plays the same game for a very long time. And to be honest, putting 300 hours into this game is insane to me. It's what I did. But that doesn't mean it's not crazy. But yeah, normally once I put 300 hours into a game, like, I never want to touch it again. At least for like 3 or 4 years. And so when the game comes out in early access, I'm not sure I'm going to want to play it again. But who knows, maybe I'll be craving it by then. It's definitely like the only game of its type that I play. It's like I looked into Albion Online. I skipped RuneScape entirely. But you know, I've heard nothing but good things. Okay, so I think we're loaded on females. We keep an eye out for males, which do exist, but they're not along the road. I think we're all decked out. Yeah, it's entirely fair. You played a few games for over a couple 100 hours, but usually they have more varied content. I don't know, it's really easy to get me with a game where like I can set a goal for myself. And like each goal is basically a game in itself. So like a game like Valheim, for example, sunk a lot of time into that because like there was always something I was excited about. And it was like, I'm gonna build the perfect house in the Black Forest, or I just need to kill the next boss, or like I need to get silver. Like just having like one goal after another made it easy for me to like keep playing that game. And this game has a lot of that too. But like we hit the point where like the time sink might be too big. Because like we spent an entire stream hunting leather last weekend, and it was like 8 solid hours of hunting leather, and to not accomplish your goal after 8 hours, or like I think we got like half of our progress basically, that didn't feel good. Like at that point you're like, the work's not worth the payoff. Like, we get, like, the tier 5 settlement, and then, like, what do we get? Like, the ability to bring rocks back here? I don't know where I'm gonna find tier 5 rocks. I think tier 5 ore is in the snowy peaks, but what about tier 5 fiber? Or tier 5 trees? Like, I haven't looked up where you find these materials yet, but it's gonna start requiring, like, cargo ships and stuff. And so, like, if the grind feels a little intense now, like, it's only gonna get worse. I think it's more accurate to say we have too few people according to what the devs decide you need for tier 5. That's fair, but maybe I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, it feels like they're banking on many hardcore players. Like, people who sink in just insane amounts of time into the game. Like, I'm gonna put in a decent amount of time in the game, but like, I'm never going to accomplish, like, tier 10. I don't think a lot of people will. There'll be like one tier 10 civilization maybe in the entire game. Oh, hey there. Is that in here?
Thanks, Granddad.
Oh, hey, thank you for the follow, Ozzy. Where do I want the leather again? You can either give it to me or just put it in one of these chests. That'll work. Thank you. Really appreciate how well you explain things regularly, since you don't play but you can still follow. Yeah. A lot of people, or a lot of streamers, might loathe that part of the job. But, like, there's kind of a responsibility to answer questions over and over and over again that I feel like everyone kind of has to get used to as a streamer. Is like, people will pop in. A lot of the times they'll have the same questions as people who have been in the whole time. And so, like, they'll ask, like, man, is this game worth the money? That's like the most common question in the world. And it's worth it to answer that over and over again because, like, there's a bunch of new viewers who are genuinely wondering, like, if the game is worth the money. And so, like, some streamers get, like, upset at answering the same question over and over again. But I kind of view it as part of the job, you know? I do feel like this game is worth the money if you want to get it before early access. The amount of players is trending down, though. Like, around after release, it was hovering around like 3,000 concurrent players. Now it's down to about 2,000. Skiff acquired. Nice. I haven't done like any sailing quests. A lot are getting burnt out from the grind. Yeah, I think tier 5's kind of a wall. Like, there's, I want to say 5 tier 7 settlements. 3 of them are in region 5. And like, so those are like the biggest streamers in the biggest towns in the entire game. They've got like hundreds of people. And they're very well coordinated. They've got all the correct Google Sheets. We tried. We tried not to be bad. That was our goal. But like I feel like we were never as dedicated to the game as the other streamers. I just wanted to make a cool city and a cool empire out in the woods. We accomplished that. Honestly, you feel like there should be something to change up the loop? Yeah. There's gotta be like a better way. Trying to think of if I have any good ideas, but I'm not here for ideas. Yeah, you do agree. I think one person gathering 1,600 tier 1 cloth is going to be monstrous. Just going to assume that's what you need for tier 6. I think you're right. You're just doing the solo towning it through the EA stage to learn it. That could be something I could do. Like, say I stream again, but I don't actually have my own empire. What if I just join a different empire? I feel like I would miss my cozy empire. I feel like that might make me a little sad. Well, this leather isn't done yet? Dang. But if the leather isn't done, I think there is a good chance the ingots will be. I like to throw a bunch of meat in here in case they need it for chum. Edge of migration of animals, so sometimes birds and animals change biomes. Oh, that would be nice. I do feel like hunting and leatherworking needs a significant tweak? Said that weird. It's like right now, it is a huge roadblock to fun. Increase in pelts per body would be nice for leather. Yeah. I don't know, it's so painful to hunt. Like, I know it doesn't make logical sense, but if you could hunt and like have the animals be like regular inventory slots. I know it doesn't make sense in the context of the game. They're huge and they kind of should be huge to some degree, but like just the fact that I can't, how much effort it takes to get these animals back home is incredibly frustrating. Like, that's the part I hate the most. I don't mind going out and hunting. It's just how I'm supposed to get the animals out of here. Or make it so you'd field dress them, make the pelts and meat there. Maybe you could get less, though. That's actually pretty cool. It might put a stop to like the killing spree meta, where you just kill the animals and like gather the leather there and then make the trip home. I actually kind of love that. It finally crossed my mind. You use your tools on the various stations, right? Fire tool. Okay, yeah, but... And so, like, the hunting station requires a hunting tool. Yeah, there's an example one. Well, yeah, that's what it requires to build, but like once you have it, to tell you what tool it uses. Because I think technically the hunting station uses your bow. Which is about as silly as your machete turning into a shovel when you gather sand. Hello there. So close to 50. There's also another achievement we're really close to. Discoveries. See, 2.5% of the world. I've achieved it 100%. Still in progress. We're very close. I think I'm at like 2.49. You feel like you barely get anything for how hard it is to gather animals? That's true. It wouldn't be bad to like get a lot more leather out of it too. Want to get our supplies up to about 1,300. We could help mutation. Would be the polite thing to do. He says, wandering off into the woods. It's like 10,000 is 7 days. And that's what I like the supplies to be at. That means, like, if we take a week off, we still have an opportunity to, like, fill her back up again. I want it to be 1,300, because then I can use the rest of it to fuel our watchtowers a little bit. Speaking of watchtowers, mutation. Have you noticed Osaka's kind of falling apart? Have you seen them at all? I know you guys kind of hit it off a little bit. What am I doing? Give me the monster parts. I think I got more monster parts in here. Yeah, they don't have towers. You don't know if they're still around. We could claim that island. As like a silly final act of our existence out here. We can just be like, yep. The island has been abandoned and it has been claimed by the Cozy Empire. Because we are the closest empire to it. Heart and shell, Umbara fang, Umbara fur. Bummer. One combo, they might be gone. If they say, I say if they're gone. You still call it Osakana? I'm down for that. Like, yeah. I'm all for colonialism. It's just not the rebranding. Okay, what was I doing? Did I start cooking more ingots? Go. Cook more ingots. You make signposts for the original owner. Here lies. Yeah. Be a fun little discovery. You know what? What do you think? We can claim it this stream. Let's zoom in. The way the grid is built, if we put one right here, basically right on top of the tree, we get the entire island. I've just about convinced myself. I'm gonna do it. Okay, now, what am I doing? Leather, that's what I'm doing. Go up some more. You. I want to get some tier 3 going. Get that queued up. Good evening, Sugar. How's the housing? The housing's good. I mean, we've got more houses than people want. I don't know if you're really asking about the housing specifically. We've got this giant house being built that I think can hold like 20 people. But progress on that is very slow. I'm more focused on the next settlement level research.